Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a drizzly, well, it's pretty much been raining, but it's a drizzle now. Friday the 20th of March. And I think it's supposed to be like this most of the day. Towards the end of the day, it's supposed to clear up. And the weekend's supposed to be mostly nice, I think. How about that? We won't know what to do with ourselves. I know what probably the entire weekend, if it dries out, we'll be tackling probably the worst the lawn's ever been. This will take a long time. It's not going to be a good one. But anyway, we're going to head to the Southland, get this day over with, and start a weekend. So, y'all come on along. We'll see you there. 56 degrees and very cloudy today. Although, again, Oregon is a little farther back.
It's
same
nicer.
thing.
You see all bright and sunny.
Yep, going right through Kelso, Longview, Kelso area, and you can see it.
I know, it's so weird.
And then if you look at the Portland weather, it's all nice over there.
I know, send it our way.
Thinking we're moving back to Portland.
Home way. It's nice
Yeah.
here.
Raining at home, nice here.
I know.
About the same thing about Castle Rock. Well, I guess it was towards Longview, Kelso.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, boom, roads are dry, and you see the sunshine in Portland.
I know.
Heck, it's going on here,
weird
Mama.
Little microclimate.
Yeah, we're definitely stuck in one.
Yep.
Well, Mama, it's Friday.
Yay.
We'll go in there and bust her out. Finish up the
right.
Spyder and whatever else, and it'll be a weekend before we know it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can tackle that jungle of a lawn.
Oh, man, yeah.
That's
we gotta
gonna
get that done.
That's gonna be a bad one.
Yeah, that's gonna be horrid.
Yeah, ain't gonna be cool.
No.
All right, Mama.
All right.
Have yourself a wonderful day,
You too.
and I'll see you in the basics.
All right.
All right, love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Well, good morning from the shop. So, new belts installed. If you ever do this yourself, be mindful. It is a directional belt. It's just like any tire. Anything road going for sure. And I would imagine, I know dirt and everything else is that way too, but the way the bands are put in the tire and the way the Kevlar is laid in the belt, it's directional. It's expecting to have a load a certain way. That's why you never put a rear tire on the front or vice versa. And if for some reason that application works, if you put in a rear tire on the front, you need to run it backwards so that it thinks it's on the rear, backwards from the front. Because the load is on the braking on the front tire on a motorcycle. The load is under acceleration on a rear tire. And I know that the rear tire has brakes, but if you ever use rear brakes only on your motorcycle, you realize there's no power there. All the power's in the front. The load is from the engine on the rear. The load is on braking on the front. But that's that for that. Got her. Oh, there's a new gauge out from Gates now too that actually reads in hertz. It's a new fancy one. It's not an auto ship thing. It's if you want to spend the crazy amount of money for it. I can convert to newtons, no problem. Everything else I do in here is metric. So there we are, new belt. The pads and stuff are in great shape. I had to blow some rocks and stuff out of there, but he's 75% or better. Just to get all that bolted back on. I leave it off because it makes it easy to spin the wheel real fast. You need to have an ever so slight gap in the belt. You can actually see the teeth in there. It's a minimum of 20 thousandths, and I think up to 5 millimeters out. I have them. I just do the same thing where I just see the teeth through the middle there, and I know it's nowhere near 5 millimeters, and it's a little more than 20 thousandths. So golden. When these things are, you set them up a little tighter with when it's a new belt, but they're tight. So everybody's definition of tight is probably different. But the old rule of thumb is it should have like really hard resistance about It may be hard here with well, I'll do it here. About quarter turn, it should almost feel like it's stopping. If you can, I gotta force it halfway. Ooh, that's a little tough on the fingers. But about a quarter turn, you should feel it just kind of come to a stop. If you can easily flip it to halfway, you're probably not tight. And believe it or not, that works with Harleys and all kinds of stuff. There's a poor man's way of checking your belt right quick. And if it's so tight, I'll just get it here real close. If it's so tight, you can't move it at all. Well, it depends on your strength too. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of resistance to go a quarter turn, but a good amount of resistance to go a quarter turn. But I mean, if you get close here, so it won't bow very easy. I mean, if you put all that effort in there and you can't move that thing, that's too tight. And you'll note that the non-tensioner, this is just an idler arm. See what it's doing to that belt? Pretty much nothing. All it's doing just has enough spring to make that ball stay on that belt and stop that vibration between here and here. That's where it's all happening, is on the top, not the bottom. Somebody was asking me about belt tensioners for, older V-twins. Number one, never put a belt tensioner on these things. The old twins, it was taking out the countershaft bearing, and which by the time you realized that was going on, it took out your tranny, and that's literally, that would exceed the value of the bike by a long shot if you can get all the parts for one of those twins. And the twins used a much, I guess you could say, a softer belt. They were, I think, ever so slightly skinnier, but I think they had probably less than half the Kevlar in them. That never had a vibration issue with the old twins. It was never an issue. And most of the belt stuff came 2020 and newer, because these things, the fairing and everything works so well. These things are so quiet and so smooth that people really started noticing it. And it was supposed to happen in 21, but there were shortage issues. But for sure, 23 and newer, if you have a limited, whether it's F3, RT, well, the Canyon just comes with a tensioner, but idler arm, and it has a roller wheel that's underneath there as well. But all from 23 on, limiteds all come with the idler arm on there. And the key thing, do not call that thing a belt tensioner, because that's not tensioning nothing. It's not doing anything. It's just riding on that belt. Takes the lightest amount of spring pressure. It's just stopping a harmonic vibration that's coming from those Kevlar, all the Kevlar that's in those belts. BRP did a lot of testing to figure out where that was coming from. And some people, if you didn't have the idler arm that ride at slower speeds, slower speeds, you set the belt at a softer setting. I think that's right. I'd have to look at the bulletin. But there was actually an option to set the belt at less tension to stop the vibration at a certain speed. But like I say, it didn't really become a thing until 2020, and that's when people, they could literally hear. That's where all these pulleys came about. You change the shape in the pulley, because as the belt was going through here, it was capturing the air between the cogs of the belt and the teeth of the pulley, and it was whistling. It's like taking that balloon and stretching it out and making it make that squeak sound. Yeah, it was always there. BRP says they tested other ones, even the V-twins. It always had that whistle at certain speeds. It's the air escaping from the front sprocket as the belt makes that turn through there. Isn't that wild? But you only hear it on 2020 and newer. Never hear it on the F3. Never hear it on prior body style RTs. And it was just a thing. They made it too good. They spent a lot of time down in NASCAR wind tunnels and stuff. They zeroed this thing in. If you haven't ridden one of these, you'll have no idea. if you have an older Spyder and you ride one of these, you're in for the shock of your life. That was kind of like going from an old trike to the new Didion things. That was literally shocking. And you know, some people get on these things and ride. Well, I didn't notice the difference. Okay, you're not a rider. You're not tuned in to what you're riding. I won't say that to your face, but I just kind of shake my head from the inside. All right, put the brakes on and start reassembling all that. Throw a couple of chicken skins up front, and hopefully the weather will hold off when we go for. Maybe we should go across the river and go drive around in Portland. Seems that's where all the nice weather's at. All right, let's get this thing done. Believe it or not, she's done. At the 11th hour. I threw a couple of codes because I had to cycle the key to turn the park brake off to do the belt. Yeah, I don't like that. But got ACS, it's working nice. Real nice. He's gonna appreciate that. So this thing's gonna shake like a scalded dog because I threw that ride on in the. Oh boy, look at that windshield. Oh no, I need to go down SR 500. Yeah, it's like 3:30 on a Friday. Everybody's already moving. I may have made a mistake here. Is there another way? No, I need to hit 500. I got to get some speed. But anyway, I put the ride on in the tire while it was still sitting on the tire machine, so it all just lopped to one side. I did the rear, I mean the two fronts at the. Well, I do them at 2 for whatever reason. I always go to the right. But so that hasn't been in there that long. But the rear tire that's been in there, well, since yesterday afternoon sometime. Oh, this could take forever. I'm gonna take the bus. Whoa, tires are slippery when they're new. Very slippery. Get a little slideways action going on there. Easy, I say easy on the throttle there, Mr. Smoak. This guy is going to be happy as a clam, I would imagine. Oh, yeah, there's some shake. Holy moly. And it's got them from all 3 wheels. This it'll take her a second. Got all the weights off and all that. I feel like I'm doing a little dance up here. Come on, tires. Or ride on. Find your home, son. It'll sit there, shake, and all of a sudden it goes, woof. And it just goes glass. Whoa there, Dodge. Sometimes I'm just BSing along and, you know, it's shaking at first and everything's going crazy and I'm just yammering along. Oh, wait, it's all smooth again. I don't normally take you guys for the highway loop unless I'm doing something with checking alignment. Somebody's complaining that, you know, we got a shaky wheel or something that requires speed. Otherwise, I like just cruise around the back roads. I can't leave anything alone. I can't be one of those guys go, well, they got the dirt on it. I'm just gonna, that's the way it's going back together, dirty. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna wash the bike for them, but I mean, the stuff I'm working on is gonna be, I'm going to make it right, which it is, and it'll be right. But if he continues on the road, which he probably really enjoys doing, sounds like he does, and Maybe if he moves on to another Spyder, maybe he should make it a Canyon. He's doing a lot of dirt road stuff. That'd be the hot ticket, I would think. Sometimes that ride-on, I know it's that rear tire, because one, you're supposed to put it in at 10 or 2, so it hits the hub and kind of, it gives it a good starting point to go flinging out everywhere. But it's getting better. Ooh, I feel sprinkles. One of the things I was a little concerned about is, I wonder where's the, I should probably stay in that far left, huh? Where's this alignment on this thing? You know, he's been beating around the pucker brush with it, but oh man, it just goes down the road straight as an arrow, which is very nice. He's dirty. It looks like he probably got in a whole bunch of dust and then it got wet. That's the way a lot of the stuff looked like on the inside. Oh, that's not even in there right. Somebody's had that off and didn't put it on wrong. Right. If I knew I had enough time, well, I'd have to take the key out to do it. It just needs to be hooked. It needs to go down on both sides. It's correct on this side. It's out of its little thing there. You can't bend it back enough to get it. Oh, make a liar out of me. Look at that. Yeah, I can fix it while I'm sitting here. No problem. Didn't realize she had that much flex in her. Done. He's gonna be happy. He's really gonna be happy that suspension works like it's supposed to. I can't imagine riding one of these. Well, I've test ridden them before where they're flattened out. It's a choose your lane there, Scion. Ooh, I got a greenie. Woo wee. He's a runner. By sounds of it, he wasn't really light and fluffy with it, and that usually makes for a very well-running vehicle. You don't want to baby those things. Some of those break-in things from the manufacturers, I think they do that more so that they don't have to do any kind of warranty claims or anything. But yeah, be brisk with them during break-in. Don't lug them, don't free rev them, but be brisk. The reason being, that builds compression when you're yanking on her a little bit. Nothing rough, just be brisk, and the compression goes behind the rings and makes the rings come out, and it makes them it seats them rings faster. Pretty much nowadays, the only, and I do mean the only thing that's getting broke in is those rings against them cylinder walls. There's nothing wearing in. Your transmission's not wearing in. Nothing's wearing in. The one thing's wearing in, piston rings. Yeah, she just glides down the road. Smooth as a kitten. Oh, speaking of kittens, Sasha, because it's been raining, you know, we're just switching Sasha and Annie out on Leo's old runner. It's no problem throwing Annie back in her area. She'll just go into her house and sleep in her house, little dog house. But that dingbat Sasha won't go in there, so she just sits there in the rain. So anyway, Christy sent me a little video of Sasha laying there with the cat, and then Kelly comes and gets me. Was that last night? She goes, "Come here, come here, come here." There's Sasha sitting at the bottom of the chair, the cat sitting on top. So the cat gets in Kelly's lap every time she goes out there. It's just this one cat of 4. The one kitten, there was 3. The 4th one was a kitten. That thing's, what do you call it? This road, nobody can get near it. There's a term for it when they're wild. But anyway, gotta watch a lot of these people try to come in this lane. Just watch for turn signals. Hope they use them. But anyway, no one sees that cat. And then the other two of the three that was Christie's, they just never come up on the porch or anything. And there's a cat in heat somewhere. We have no females, but it's out there meowing on. It looks like it's all white. So I think the other boys are all interested in that. The one cat, can't think of its name. Kelly loves that thing and it loves her. And it's always out there waiting. It says, I'd rather be nice and warm and cuddle in someone's lap than be chasing little feline friends. But Sasha is actually getting used to the cats. Actually laying out there with them. The cat's rolled up, Sasha's rolled up, and everybody's happy. But Sasha does get, she does this weird thing where she starts licking her lips, and she's almost like she's panting a little bit, like she's itching to, like there's, some nice fresh chicken that Chrissy just cooked up, and Chrissy's about to give her a bite. That Sasha is the most chicken freaking out dog you've ever seen. She absolutely comes unhinged. But she does that when she gets really excited. And she just wants a piece of that chicken so bad. It's almost like she's salivating, Well, she does that with the cat. And the cat doesn't like that. The cat sees that as a threat. And it just walks off. It doesn't run off. When Sasha was getting used to it at first, she'd sniff it, and then she'd start like nudging it with her nose, and the cat goes, nope, that's enough, I'm out. Cat goes, that's weird, I'm checking out. Oh boy, boys getting busted out here for something. Well, they're not allowing them to squat anywhere out here anymore. Whatever they call that. They kind of come along and go, move on, boys. Boy, during COVID, that sure was a crazy thing. But glad to get the Spyder done. Sure, the customer's going to be glad. Although he hasn't been bugging us, so. He's probably got other things going on. He talked to me a little bit about that. Looks like he's going to have a lot more time to ride a Spyder here pretty soon. And it'll be nice for him to roll off and everything nice and fresh. And he's going to order one of those, watch somebody doesn't roll underneath you. One of those rock guard things for the belt. And put it on himself. I told him the instructions are really clear. Just got those there's 2 screws. Take that little piece, and there's one kind of hidden underneath there. You got to kind of sneak in there and get it. And just follow the instructions. Just make sure the bottom of that swing arm is super, super clean, so it'll stick. And just the craziest thing, simplest thing ever. But it absolutely, positively works. So, I'm going to roll this thing in. I'll just manually set his clock. Everything else is good. I could have swore I almost always do. I don't know why I didn't, but anyway, thanks for going through the ACS and belt and whatever else it was we did on this thing, the exploding battery, and thanks for going through the little 22 RT Limited series, I guess you could call it. Alright, appreciate you guys watching. And it's about time to roll out here pretty soon. Well, hello there, YouTube. I know it's sunny out there. We're doing it in the car. Yeah. Got a cool breeze to it. My back's sore from changing those dadgum tires. And figuring it's going to sit right where I'm at. can do any more roaming around than have to.
Yeah.
And that Sasha's probably going to want to go for a walk. But I don't know what it is about changing tires. It takes me out every time. Has for years.
Yeah.
Pretty much since I got hit by rear-ended by a car on a motorcycle back in '92. That was like just right before Ryan was born.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But anyway, got that Spyder done. That was very nice. Got the rumbling out of the tires so it doesn't freak him out if he comes fix it up this weekend. I think he's trailering it back wherever he's at. But anyway, glad to get that done. Weekend's upon us. Sun's out at the moment.
Yeah.
It was reversed. It was raining in Vancouver and got nicer. We had the blue, cutoff thing there and went into it and been blue skies.
I'll take the sunshine at home, please.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Since we're here now.
Yeah, need some wind and stuff to dry that grass out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be monumental.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of bags of grass.
Yeah. Go 2 feet, dump a bag.
Yeah.
2 feet, dump a
Yeah.
bag.
Talking about wearing your back out.
Yeah.
With that damp grass, them bags are crazy heavy.
Very heavy.
But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. We'll roll out at that.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Saturday or Sunday.
Again, we'll see you sometime.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate you watching. Bye-bye. Here's where that wonderful water sound is coming from. It's that water rushing across. That's a little creek out there. I can't go any further because it's no trespassing. I feel kind of funky going as far as I did. But that's where that beautiful sound's coming from. No frogs croaking. But we got down to the water over on the left-hand side from here, and a big old frog freaked out and leaped into the water, and Sasha about lost all her fur all in 1 second. It was so funny. That would have been the perfect thing to film. I mean, she just, literally jumped like a cat. Look how all this grass is growing again. Everything's turning green out there. It's gonna be all thick and lush down here again. Sorry, hold on. She wrapped around me. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you dizzy. But kind of lost the sunshine we had when we first got home. It sure is pretty. Looking out across them fields. It'd be cool to go walking along that tree line way over there. But there's trails to go up in on the side of that mountain. Well, anyway, I just bopped in for a second because I was wondering where that sound was coming from. That's all marsh grass. You already got some of it over there. She's trying to sniff where that frog came from. Anyway, just a little interruption. Already did the goodbye, and I'll say goodbye again. Again, appreciate you guys watching today. Take the mutt back home.